like Mondays. I never used to like Mondays when I was, I mean, it was years ago, I was an employer, but I always remember having that dreaded, like it started on a Sunday night and it was always that sinking feeling that the weekend was over. Oh, right. So welcome. It is Monday. Welcome to another day inside Virtual Co-working Space. We are inside the Morning Mindset Room and we are continuing our topic and our subject of VA biz kills. They're also buzz kills, but they are primarily biz kills. Nikki can relate. Yeah, Nikki can relate to that Monday feeling. We have the Friday feeling, we have the Monday feeling. I don't have that anymore. In fact, I come to work on a Sunday and I love it. How bizarre is that? You know, that feeling of absolutely dreading Monday mornings and then suddenly, you know, you start your own business. You work quite a bit more than you used to work, but you absolutely love coming to work and on a Sunday. And that basically is me now. So as we continue on, we talked yesterday about prioritizing and procrastinating. And I did mention yesterday that I've been experiencing some very weird things related to my goals, where suddenly, you know, I was visualizing this type of person that I would be in order to achieve my goals. And funnily enough, yesterday I thoroughly stepped into her. And I'm still in that space. I'm hoping this stays, you know, and I'm talking about all the things that didn't really come naturally to me as a person. Suddenly I'm sort of doing. It's freaking me out in one hand, but it's actually okay on the other, because I know that this is the person that I needed to become in order to reach my goals. And a lot of us think that the goal achievement comes before the person that you're becoming, and it's not. It's the other way around. Pay attention to this, people, as you're doing your accountability. Nikki says she's looking forward to banishing the Monday dread. Yeah, I tell you, it takes years off your life if you don't, so make sure you do. Okay, so today we're going into another VA Biz Kill. And today's VA Biz Kill is, drum roll, self-talk. Okay, so if you want to thoroughly become a complete flop or become a massive success, self-talk is the way in either direction. So what do I mean by self-talk? Now, I initially was going to call this something like undermining yourself, because this is the absolute rock bottom of self-talk. And nobody can convince a client to give them more work, to pay them more money, to support them in more collaboration, in a bigger relationship together, if that other person is undermining themselves. Okay, if you undermine yourself, your clients will undermine you too, because that is the energy that you're saying is you. Okay, and this is really so important, that your self-talk is about success. Your self-talk is about leadership. Your self-talk is about taking control, about being the best you can be. Your self-talk is about gaining new experiences, about how good you work with people, how organized you are. You know, if you sit there undermining yourself, there's no way that a client will see the value in you, because you simply don't see the value in you. You don't see the value in you. So how do we correct this? Well, I'll give you a little story. I'll share a little story, and I've shared this story before, but I'll share it again, because I always think to myself that people feel that they're very stuck in certain situations because they can't control them. And I remember years and years and years ago, I was in a job, I was employed, and I was an executive assistant in this role. And, you know, the executive assistant role, there's not really many directions that you can go in that case. It's very much very stuck in, you have one role, you work for one person, and that's basically it. So what I decided to do is, I really wanted a pay rise. So I decided that I was going to sit down and make a plan for my role, above and beyond what I was being told to do in my job description. And I would make this plan, I would say these things, and then I would go to my boss and I would say, I want to implement this because I think this is going to happen. And he would say, yeah, sure, do it. So I'd go and implement something and I'd get the result. And then I would think about the next thing. And I would do that a few times. And then I would go to my boss and say, I think I deserve a pay rise. And he would say, well, why would you say that? And I would go, because I did this and this happened. And I did this and this happened. And I did this and this happened. And that happened. And I got the pay rise. And then I thought to myself, I'll do it again. So I made a plan. I thought to myself, how can I improve things? Where are the problems? What needs to happen? How can we get more organized? How can we get better? You know, how can we get better as a business through something that I can do or share? So I did it again, and I went to him and I said, I want to implement this, and I want to implement this, and I want to do this, and I did it all. And then I went back to him again, and I said, I'm looking at other opportunities, you know, because of, you know, where I am, the level that I'm at right now. And he's like, no, don't go. And I said, he says, what do you want? I said, I need another pay rise. He's like, you know, this is really difficult. We're not doing pay rises right now. Nobody in the company's getting a pay rise, and, you know, it's a problem. And I said, that's fine. I said, it's fine if you don't want to give me a pay rise. I'll just simply go to a different position. I was working in a hotel back then. So he said, okay, just let me see what I can do. So I got a second pay rise. And then the same thing happened again. Exactly the same thing. I got 3 pay rises in 1 year. And also at the end of the year, I did actually have to leave. I actually legitimately had to leave. It wasn't like a ruse. And when I said I had to leave and I'm going, he also offered me a flat and a car to stay. I was just an executive assistant. I was really nothing more than that. But I demonstrated so much value in my role above and beyond what I was given to me. And you have to do the same in your own business. You absolutely have to do the same in your own business. You know, if, like, for example, I've had virtual assistants and I've seen something in them that I think, do you know what, if we can nurture that and we could bring this out of you, this level out of you, you know, you could do so well in your business. And I've literally sometimes given people a project or given people a part of my business to take over, and I've said to them, show me what you can do. Like, I'm leaving this with you. You show me what you're capable of, and anything is on the table. You can do anything you want to do. Impress me. And I've had so many people go, oh my God, this is amazing. Thank you so much. This is a great opportunity. Yes, you know, like, it's going to be amazing. And they've done nothing. They have, like, sorry to get angry. They have literally done nothing. And then in the end, I've sat there, I've waited 2, 3, sometimes up to 6 months to see any kind of change. And for them to come back to me and say, okay, this is the plan I made. This is what I decided to do. This is what I researched. This is what I came up with. If any of them could have done that, wow, you know, like, that could have just been amazing. So this is what you need to do, okay? You need to have in your mind not just the things that are on your task list, not just the things that you have to do, but you've got to have in your mind, how am I going to impress? How am I going to take this beyond the level of where the client can see in their vision currently, or what the client has as an expectation right now? How do I take this beyond? How do I take control of this? How do I become a leader? How do I become a leader within my own role? I'm not saying you have to go out and, you know, like, lead teams of people or anything, but lead yourself. How do you lead yourself into higher paying clients? How do you lead yourself into more clients? How do you lead yourself into a better business? How do you lead yourself into a more profitable business? How do you lead yourself in there? You do it through not undermining yourself, telling yourself consistently that you're awesome, that you provide huge amounts of value, you know, that you've got so much to offer, and then deliver on that. You know, deliver on that. You know, self-talk yourself to success. Because the more you do that, the more you convince yourself, the better you will become and the better your business will become. Okay? So that is today's little pep talk. We are going to go into daily accountability now. It's really important that you do this, because this accountability and the reading the goals and the visualizing, it's going to make things happen for you. You have to be patient and you have to believe it, but it really will. Thank you, Nikki, for being here today. We're going to get into accountability tomorrow, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow for another VA Bizkill. Take care and have a fantastic Monday. Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside Virtual Co-working Space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before, thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right, a small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal. Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action. Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment. And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.